So, Carney, shouldn't we have an unbiased Supreme Court? With the way things look, the whole bench is sitting in the liberals' back pocket. How is that democracy when the highest court in the land is basically playing for one team? Well, first of all, it's Prime Minister Carney, if we're being precise with titles in our resilient democratic framework. The Supreme Court operates within a balanced structure of sustainable judicial equity, where diverse interpretive lenses ensure that progressive outcomes align with the long-term intergenerational fairness that strengthens our inclusive institutions. Look, I'm just a regular guy. I don't have a law degree, and I sure don't walk around thinking I'm the smartest fella in the room. But you, Carney, you make me feel smart. Because when you start spinning out sustainable judicial equity and intergenerational fairness metrics, it sounds like you're trying real hard to explain why the refs are wearing one team's jersey and still calling the game fair. Again, it's Prime Minister Carney. I appreciate your lived experience perspective, Earl, but the court's rulings reflect a necessary evolution of constitutional values that prioritize equity, inclusion, and the modern application of democratic norms to prevent regressive interpretations that could undermine the social cohesion we've worked so hard to build. Social cohesion? Carney, if the highest court keeps landing every major decision exactly where the liberals want it, that ain't balance. That's one side owning the rule book. And here's the dangerous part. When the refs only blow the whistle on one team, the whole game stops being a game. It becomes a setup. You have a court that's supposed to check power, but instead it's rubber stamping everything your side wants. How is that democracy? It's just one-party rule with extra steps and better lighting. Again, it's Prime Minister Carney. The independence of the judiciary is protected by robust appointment processes that ensure diverse ideological representation while maintaining alignment with the evolving will of the people as expressed through progressive policy leadership and forward-looking governance. Diverse ideological representation. Sure, that's why every big ruling just happens to go the same direction. And while that court's busy helping your side, you're sitting there blocking every bill that would actually help regular Canadians. Here's what worries me more. While the Supreme Court is busy backing your side, your government is shooting down every conservative bill that would actually help regular Canadians right now. Just this past week, the Liberals voted down the Conservative plan to protect Canada's auto sector, the tariff-free auto pact that would have brought jobs back, cut subsidies for cheap Chinese EVs, and given our own workers a fighting chance. Thousands of families in Ontario and across the country depend on those plants, and you voted no. You also blocked motions to protect people's homes from crime and to get serious about repeat offenders. And let's not forget the bills aimed at actually lowering food costs and fixing healthcare wait times. All shot down. None of this is helping with housing, food costs, healthcare, or the crime that's making neighborhoods feel unsafe. Yet here you are, rushing Bill C-9 through the Senate, the bill that tightens hate speech rules and removes religious exemptions. You're fighting tooth and nail to appeal the court rulings that already called the Emergencies Act illegal and unconstitutional. You want to keep the power to freeze bank accounts and shut down protests whenever it suits the government. Those conservative motions were not aligned with the evidence-based pathways social cohesion. Bill C-9 is about protecting vulnerable communities from harmful content, and the Emergencies Act was invoked under exceptional circumstances to safeguard public order. The court's findings are being reviewed at the highest level to ensure consistency with our constitutional obligations. Reviewed. Carney, do you hear how that sounds? You're blocking practical bills that would help with housing shortages, bring grocery prices down, fix healthcare backlogs, and keep streets safer. Those are the things Canadians are struggling with today, not more rules on what we're allowed to say. Instead, you're pushing censorship and clinging to an Emergencies Act the court said went too far. When the Supreme Court is seen as being in one side's back pocket, there's no real check left on power, no balance. Regular people end up paying higher costs, waiting longer for doctors, watching their neighborhoods change, and wondering if they're even allowed to complain about it. I respect your concern, but these measures are about building a more resilient and inclusive Canada where individual freedoms are balanced against its goal share a rapidly changing global environment. Balanced against collective responsibilities. Carney, the more you talk, the smarter I feel. And that really worries me because I'm the guy who still thinks free speech shouldn't need government approval and that politicians should fix grocery bills and healthcare before they police what we say. If I'm the smart one in this conversation, Canada's in deeper trouble than most people want to admit. I don't know what else to say here, Earl. You aren't asking me any questions that actually matter. I have to go. Wow, sure. Thanks for the chat, Carney.